Welcome to my latest video. In this one, I take a look at the top 5 picks for Tau Empire Codex Index cards, which are now available from Games Workshop on the Warhammer community website. They're downloadable for free. Thanks to Games Workshop, however, for sending the cards through to me so I can get a good look at them and make this video for you. I keep getting asked the question, what's the size of the cards? Well, banana for scale, about that size. Let's start at the top with Commander Shadow Sun, perhaps the best HQ in the game. Toughness 4, 6 wounds, 5+ invulnerable save. But the interesting thing is, she can infiltrate, she has lone operative and stealth. Infiltrators, not so interested with, but lone operative and stealth. This means that if she's more than 12 inches away from the enemy army, with lone operative, you can't target her. And if she is within 12 inches of the enemy army, she got stealth, so when you do shoot at her, -1 to hit. She's also got, in the War Gear abilities, Advanced Guardian Drone. Each time a ranged attack targets the bearer, subtract 1 from the wound roll. So you can't ever shoot her if she's more than 12 inches away. If you can shoot her, then you've got -1 to hit and -1 to wound her anyway. So she'll be quite easy to hide behind a wall, hide out of cover, and hardly ever get hit. She's also eligible to shoot in the turn in which she fell back from combat, but her piece de resistance is Hero of the Empire Aura. You thought auras were gone in 10th edition? Well, they have actually. In almost all cases, they've gone. But Commander Shadow Sun has got an awesome aura. While a friendly Tau Empire unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, reroll hit rolls of 1. So let's break this down. Commander Shadow Sun at the back of the battle grid, out of line of sight range, or even if she is in line of sight and range, you can't shoot her anyway. And if you can shoot her, -1 to hit and -1 to wound. And she's given all Tau Empire units within 6 inches of this model reroll hit rolls of 1. That's Riptides, that Crisis Suits, that's the big chonky robot of Doom, that's Forge World stuff if you're not going to tournaments. That's any Tau unit, not core units, because core is gone. Any Tau unit within 6 inches of her, re-rolling hit rolls of 1. You can have XV, you can have the railgun units, Riptide units. You can have units hitting on 2s potentially by doing the observer thing with the recon drone. You can increase your ballistic skill by 1 with a recon drone to get their ballistic skill up to 3, not with recon drones, by marking units with their marker light ability, observer and shooty units. So you increase your ballistic skill of your Tau units from 4 to 3, and then you can increase and then once your ballistic skill is up by 3, you can increase or decrease a hit roll by only 1. In 10th editions, you can get a +1 to hit or a -1 to hit. Increasing your ballistic skill from 4 to 3 isn't increasing your +1 to hit or -1 to hit. That's just increasing your flat ballistic skill. So increasing the ballistic skill up with a marker drone to 3, and then standing still with heavy weapons, hitting on 2s, and then those heavy weapons hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because Commander Shadow Sun is nearby. She's going to be making shooty gun lines, even more shooty and even more gunline-y, these are words now, than they would normally be. And her guns on her own are quite juicy, with her flechette blaster, with her high energy fusion blasters. She's chucking out some firepower as well. And she's got 2 high energy fusion blasters hitting on 2s, strength 10, -4, D6 damage. She'll be in range of her own aura, so she's hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s with 2 melters at 18-inch range. Yeah, that re-roll hit roll of 1 aura makes her the standout HQ in any Tau list. Talking about not being able to shoot stuff, the Ghost Kill battlesuit has Infiltrator's lone operative and stealth as well, so you can't even target a Ghost Kill more than 12 inches away. And if you can, because you're within 12 inches, stealth, -1 to hit. Stealth drones, twice per battle after an attack has been allocated to this model. You can change the damage characteristic of that attack to 0. So you put the 2 little stealth drones down with the Ghost Kill model, and twice per battle after an attack has been allocated. It's not the first time an attack is allocated, so you don't have to use your stealth drones to mitigate against damage 1 attacks. against bolt guns or las guns. It's after an attack has been allocated. So when you get hit by something really big like a las cannon, then you can change the damage characteristic of that attack to 0. Again, that's even if this thing ever gets hit, because more than 12 inches away, you won't be able to shoot it. And it's got a battlesuit support system. The bearer is eligible to shoot in the turn in which it fell back, but it loses the smoke keyword. All the battlesuits have got that have got a rule like that, where they're able to fall back and shoot. The Ghost Kill doesn't have an invulnerable save, but it is tough as all hell. Toughness 8 with a 2-up save and 12 wounds. I like the Cyclic Iron Raker at strength 7 -1 2 damage if you want to take out infantry, or strength 8 -2 3 damage if you want to take out Terminators, but that will be hazardous. So if you fail a hazardous check after you've shot all your guns, don't roll a 1. If you roll a 1, you're going to be taking 3 wounds. You could make it a close combat monstrosity by giving it, or closer range monstrosity by giving it the Fusion Collider and adding the twin fusion blasters on its arms as well. And then that'll get it to 18 and 12 inch range, chucking out a lot of melter shots. So to get the best shooting attack out of the Ghost Kill, it has to come forward, which is perilously close to its lone operative 12 inch can't shoot me range. But there's definitely a lot of utility to be had with the Ghost Kill in any Tau list. Moving around in the backfield, positioning yourself for the right strike at the right time. Let's take a look at Crisis Battlesuits. Toughness 5 with 4 wounds and a movement value of 10. And each time this unit advances, do not make an advance roll. They just advance 6. So when you're advancing, you're going 16 inches. But none of the guns are assault weapons. So if you advance, you're not firing. I still feel like the plasma rifle is the best gun that you can give to Crisis Battlesuits. Plasma rifle is only 24 inch range now, not 36, but they're still strength 8 -3 3 damage. Each model cannot be equipped with more than 3 ranged weapons, so triple plasma rifle Crisis Battlesuit, that's 3 shots at strength 8 -3 3 damage. At 24 inch range, it's very good. The battlesuit support system means it can still shoot, fall back and shoot. If you give them shield generators, why wouldn't you? 4+ invulnerable save. And each time the bearer makes a ranged attack, it has weapon support systems. You can ignore any or all modifiers to the hit rolls. They still come in units of 3 to 6. I like the fact that you can't make them hit worse than on a 4+, which is good, because hitting on a 4+, as many Tau players know, sucks. But if you're using your marker lights right and observing units correctly, then these guys are going to be hitting on 3s. If Shadow Sun is anywhere nearby, they're going to be hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s with plasma rifles that can kill Terminators quite easily. Or you can still do the Fusion Blaster, drop them in. They have deep strike, so you could load up a unit of 3 Crisis Battlesuits and give them all 3 Fusion Blasters each, and then deep strike them in, and that is 9 Fusion Blaster shots, which will be strength 9 -4 d6 damage if you really want to take out those tanks and vehicles. Tanks and vehicles are the same thing. Tanks and monsters, lol. Anyway, Commander in Cold Star Battlesuit. Add this to your Crisis Battlesuits. Why? Well, Cold Star Commander, while this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have the move characteristics of 18, and ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have the assault ability. So suddenly your Crisis Battlesuits are moving 12 inches, and remember, when they advance, they're automatically adding 6 inches to that move characteristics. So you've got Crisis Battlesuits jumping around 18 inches now, and their ranged weapons become assault. So 18-inch move of Crisis Battlesuits and shooting their guns, because yeah, that's a really good combination. I like it. Plasma pods or fusion blasters suddenly becoming assault. The mobile output of a Crisis Battlesuit team led by a commander in Cold Star Battlesuit will just go from meh to off the chain. Just like other battlesuits, the commander can fall back and shoot. Just like other battlesuits, the commander ignores any or all modifiers to hit rolls when he's shooting at stuff. He can deep strike, he's a leader, he can only join units of Crisis Battlesuits, and as you can see, the weapons down the left side are the same for the battle suits. However, this guy, toughness 5, just like the other battle suits, but he has got a 6 wounds instead of the 4 wounds, and he moves a bit further, moves 12. Doesn't come with an invulnerable save, so you're going to give him a shield generator. So he does come with an invulnerable save. In fact, I can't see any reason why not to load up all your battle suits all the time with shield generators all the time. It's just, yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. Finally, Vespid Stingwings. Are they any good now? No. No, they're not. They have airborne agility. At the end of your movement phase, if they're not within engagement range of any enemy units, you can remove from the battlefield and place into strategic reserves. That might have some utility to drop them back in later on objectives or move block, maybe. But no. No, they're not good. This is not one of my top 5 picks. But I thought people would want to know. Are Vespids good? No. Anyway, thanks for listening to this video. Happy wargaming.